Alex Pereira and Shara Magomedov in talks for grappling match. Brazilian standout Alex Pereira could be stepping onto the mats in his first combat sports outing of 2026 outside the octagon in a potential grappling match against rising UFC middleweight Shara Magomedov. Negotiations are reportedly underway for the bout, though no date or venue has been finalized. Aljamain Sterling reflects on UFC career. Aljamain Sterling, known for his outspoken personality, called himself a lying cheat while revealing what he considers the best moment of his UFC career. His remarks reflect both self-deprecation and a candid look at his journey through title fights and memorable wins in the bantamweight division. Conor McGregor's partner claims he is better than ever. A longtime business partner of Conor McGregor claimed the former two-division champion is training at a level far beyond his previous peak. The comments add fuel to speculation that McGregor is preparing for a high-profile return later this year. Dana White believes UFC White House will be most watched UFC event ever. UFC President Dana White is bullish about the upcoming White House fight card set for June 14th, calling it a once-in-a-lifetime event that could become the most watched in UFC history. Taking place on the South Lawn as part of the America 250 celebration. Former champion Daniel Cormier suggested that Jon Jones may be approaching the end of his career after publicly disclosing severe arthritis and other chronic injuries. Cormier questioned both the timing and severity of the revelations, noting that such physical setbacks make it difficult to sustain championship-level performance. Jon Jones backs Gable Steveson as future UFC champion. Looking ahead, Jon Jones predicted that Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson could win UFC gold within the next year if his transition to MMA continues smoothly. Jones praised Steveson's athletic base and learning curve, calling his potential ceiling extremely high. Shakur Stevenson challenges Ilia Topuria. Three-division boxing world champion Shakur Stevenson threw down a challenge to UFC champion Ilia Topuria, urging him to settle matters in a boxing ring. Stevenson's call for a crossover fight adds intrigue ahead of UFC 326 weekend, leveraging his high-profile and boxing credentials to push for a marquee matchup. Islam Makhachev opened to Ilia Topuria fight at UFC White House. UFC welterweight champion Islam Makhachev says he will resume full training after Ramadan and is open to facing Ilia Topuria next. Acknowledging strong fan interest, Makhachev confirmed he is ready if the UFC moves forward with the matchup, including a potential showdown on the June 14th UFC White House card. UFC middleweight star Israel Adesanya has spoken openly about how he's beginning to see the finish line of his fighting career as he prepares for a March 28th return against Joe Pyfer after a lengthy layoff. The 36-year-old has referred to having fewer than 10 fights left and hinted that retirement could come before he turns 40. Jon Jones on his UFC future. Legendary former two-division champion Jon Jones suggested he might be nearing the end of his fighting career, saying, "I think I could be done," as he contemplates retirement. Facing chronic injuries and weighing long-term health, Jones indicated that preserving his quality of life may take priority over continuing competition. Jon Jones admits he may be done competing. Jon Jones acknowledged he is coming to terms with the possibility that his fighting career may be over. While stopping short of a formal retirement, the former two-division champion explained that life, health, and legacy are now taking priority over additional bouts. Paulo Costa light heavyweight move. Coach Andre Benke explained that Paulo Costa's move up to light heavyweight, where he is set to face Azamat Murzakanov at UFC 327 in April, is driven by a strategic push to make history by becoming champion in two divisions. Costa adjusted his training environment and opted for this challenge over other potential matchups to accelerate his path toward dual titles. Robert Whittaker eyes light heavyweight return. Former UFC middleweight champion Robert Whittaker says he is targeting a June return to the octagon and is nearly certain his next bout will take place at light heavyweight. Whittaker cited long-term health and performance benefits as key reasons for moving away from the 185-pound weight cut. Tom Aspinall posts thriller-style photo after double eye surgery. Just one day after undergoing surgery on both eyes due to injuries from his October fight with Cyril Gane, Aspinall shared a playful social media photo comparing his look to Thriller by Michael Jackson. No timeline has been announced for his return. Tom Aspinall eye surgery update. UFC heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall has undergone surgery on both eyes following a severe injury sustained when opponent Cyril Gane poked him in the fight at UFC 321. Medical staff are reportedly working to restore his vision and get him back to fighting condition, with multiple procedures aimed at repairing the trauma and a return timeline still being evaluated.